Mr. William Withers sang, "Sometimes in our lives, we all have pain, we all have sorrow. But if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow." Those are the opening lyrics to a powerful song written in 1972. And it's gone on to become one of the most beloved songs in American music history. In this video, I want to share with you how to play guitar along with it. So grab your axe and let's dive into this Lean On Me chords and guitar lesson. The opening part starts off like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so we're using just a few chords here. We start out on a C, and that's from the 5th string down, 3, 2, open, 1, open. Just a standard C chord there. And we're gonna let that chord last for 2 beats. We're gonna count 1 and 2 and just give it a strum there. Then we're gonna walk up the C major scale. So we're gonna play the notes C, then D, E, then we'll land on the F note there. So that's the 3rd fret of the 5th string, open 4th string, 2nd fret on the 4th string. Now these are gonna be 8th notes. We're gonna count 3 and 4. And then when we get to that F note, we're gonna play the F chord. And I play this just as a little F here on the top 4 strings. 3, 2, 1, 1. So getting a little bar there with those top 2 strings. And I'm gonna strum that chord on the and of 4. So it's gonna go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, we're basically just walking up from a C to an F. And we're using the C major scale, just the first 4 notes there. 1, 2, 3, 4 with the chord. Now, if you're not sure how to play your major and minor scales anywhere on the fretboard, then I want to give you a gift. Go to johnmcclennan.com/fretboard guide and grab my free fretboard guide PDF. This is going to show you 5 chords and 5 scales to map out the fretboard, and it's the easiest way to get started unlocking the neck for rhythm and lead guitar. It's completely free. Just go to johnmcclennan.com/fretboard guide and grab that now as my gift to you. So it's going to tie right in here when we go C, then walk up the scale to F, then I'm going to give another strum and then walk down. Back down the same way we came up, we're just returning home to the C chord. So we're on the F, we give it a strum, then we play the 3rd fret, 2nd fret, open. That's all on the 4th string. The notes are F, E, D, then we strum a C chord. So we sort of end these walk ups and walk downs with chords. Or going up, then back down. Okay, then we walk up again, but we're just gonna play the first 3 notes. We're gonna go. That's C, D, E. And then we're gonna jump to a G6 chord, and then a G here. So I'm getting this little like, da 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 da, this little melody in the progression there. And again, this is played by piano, or it's like a keyboard. So I'm just doing a guitar interpretation here. Like that. So that's a G6 actually. It's 2 fretted notes, 3rd fret, 2nd fret on the 6th and 5th strings. And all the rest of the strings are open. And then I take off the index finger and put down my 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string and make that D melody note the top note. So it goes from E to D in the progression. G6, G there. Okay, so all together, the first 4 bars sound like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 back to C. Now when I played it at the top, just that quick demo, I did add some embellishments. So sometimes I'll take that C chord and I'll hammer into, you know, the middle note there. See that with my middle finger there? Or I might do that on F. It's just a very common folk move, but I throw that in on my C chord all the time, just sort of unconsciously at this point. Just for a nice little walk-in. So that might sound like this, like. So, you know, I'm overdoing it right now just for effect. I might just probably use one of those, like that. Maybe there. And 2 and 3 and 4 and okay, the second time, so it's an 8-bar progression. We just looked at the first 4 bars. The next 4 are almost exactly the same. They sound like this. We go C, then we walk up to F, same as before. Then instead of going to G6 to G, this time we're gonna go G to C. So that's gonna sound like this. If I went from the F, bum, 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 bum. That's the whole thing. So I'll play the second half just so you can hear it as one piece. This is bars 4 through 8. Here we go. 3, 4, and C. Walk up to F, back down to C, then to G, then C. Okay, now I'm gonna go to the top. Here's the whole thing. Sometimes in our lives, we all have pain. Go to G6, then G, back to C. Repeat everything, but change the end. Here we go, G, then C. Congratulations, you just learned the A section of this tune. Let's go on to the B section. Now that repeats a few times, and then we go to the B section. The lyric cue is, you just call on your brother. It sounds like this. You just call on your brother when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. Again, I just might have a problem that understand. We all need. Then C, lean on me. Back to the first part. Walk up to F. Okay, so this B section kind of gets a little funkier, right? We got this sort of chicka, 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 just call on your brother. Those are 16th notes. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. But what I played there was just hit a C chord, and then rest. So 1, then on beat 2, I just did a 1 percussive strum. I did 1 percussive strum there, just hitting the strings and muting. So 1, 2. Then on beat 3, the bass. This is what the bass guitar does. So I just kind of play it on guitar. If I was playing a cover version of this, you know, I might just kind of hit that with the bass player. Or if you're just doing your own version, this kind of grabs the other parts of the song so you can fill it out. So I'm playing the notes B up to C, and I'm just sliding. Then I'm putting it in an octave. So I'm getting 4 up to 5 there on the 3rd string, and 7 up to 8 on the 1st string. I'm pinching them together, and sliding up, then doing a mute. So it goes 1, 2, 3 E and a 4 E and a. Okay, that's halfway. We did it 4 times there. Then we go 5, 6, 7. Then on that 7th time, we come out of it and play G back to C. So it's like, it's halfway here. Here we go, last time. G, then C, lean on me. And we're back to when you're not strong. We go back to the first part. All right, so those are the 2 main sections of the song. The only part that's left is the ending. And this is where Bill Withers sings, "You just call me, you just call me." And we got a new chord here. We bring in a D minor. This is from the 4th string down. Open, 2, 3, 1. You just call me. Then you go back to C. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. And this is how you end. When you finish, last time, you just end on the C. There you have it. That's one of the most beloved songs in American music history. It's got a great message and it's got a great vibe. So I hope you enjoyed playing along with this lesson. Now, if you want to learn to put this stuff together anywhere on the fretboard so you can understand chords and keys for rhythm and lead, then go to johnmclennan.com/fretboard guide and get your hands on my free fretboard guide PDF right now. It's going to be one of the most useful pages you ever see for understanding the fretboard, and it's just 1 page. You can, print it out, keep it on your desktop or put it on your music stand. Just go to johnmclennan.com/fretboard guide and grab that now as my gift to you. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you might like this one next.